this diamond right here is a lot like a good relationship. So precious and valuable, but it can be pretty hard to find sometimes. You know what's really easy to find?
Hookers.
Hookers? Yeah.
I didn't know if you want me to fill in there or what.
What's really easy to find is bad relationships. And I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're either hoping to avoid bad relationships or you've been in one in the past. Hopefully, it's the first one, not the second one, but it's pretty common to have been in a bad relationship.
I think it's necessary. You need to know what's bad to know what's good.
Wrong.
Damn.
Wrong. Well, okay, I guess not wrong. You need to know what's bad to know what's good, that's true. But you don't have to experience what's bad to experience good, if that makes sense.
I guess so. I mean, sure.
You don't seem entirely convinced. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is how to avoid bad relationships. And this should help you to find a good relationship, or at least give you a much better chance of finding a good relationship. So for me, in the relationship I'm in, it's the only relationship I've ever been in. My wife was my first and only girlfriend. We were dating for like 7 months, engaged for 6-7 months, and then we've been married for almost 6 years now. So when I say that you don't have to experience bad before having something good, we are the living proof of that. And I'm not saying that this is the expectation for everybody, but hopefully you'll be able to kind of limit relationships that are in no way going to be good for you. So does that kind of make sense, that framework?
I have to say that you're very lucky, and that's not going to be like the commonplace.
No, for sure.
Like you got lucky. You were born smarter than average. You were born into a family that could teach you properly, and you were born into a town that wasn't like ridiculous, or the school you went to wasn't fucking insane. Like the schools I've been to were absolute like drug havens.
My school was pretty insane too.
Yeah. People be like, what the fuck do you do with morphine? People be taking morphine to the school bathrooms and shit.
Sheesh.
And there's like the louded going around.
Whoa. Yeah, there was some pretty crazy stuff though at the school I went to. I mean, people were setting fires in the school bathrooms. People were vaping in the school bathrooms. There were bomb threats and all that kind of stuff. Good times, if you will. But yeah, obviously some people are going to have inherent advantages or disadvantages. Like for example, some people are naturally just insanely high metabolism. Some people are prone to be super good looking. Some people are prone maybe to be not as good looking or desirable, so to speak, right? And that can be harder to overcome. Some people have more of a way with words, some are more outgoing, those kinds of things, right? But what I'm going to talk about today actually doesn't have that much to do with those things at all. It has more to do with the standards you have for yourself and setting a boundary on your relationship to kind of determine whether or not it's acceptable for you. So I'll explain what I mean by that. In the Bible, don't click off. Don't click off here.
That was the best in the Bible.
Don't click off. It doesn't matter if you're like a Christian or whatever. This is just like something I'm pulling from it. It'll make sense in a second, okay? In the Bible, it talks about two people can be unequally yoked. And I'll explain what that means. It's not eggs.
I just made 20 shovels.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. But being yoked, it's something that people would do to two oxen, okay? The yoke was this wooden cross piece that connects the oxen together, okay? Wooden cross piece. It's kind of like the stocks where you see those like medieval guys with their little arms sticking through and their head sticking through and they're stuck there. It's kind of like that, but for oxen, and it connects them together, okay? And when you are unequally yoked with this team of oxen, the stronger oxen is always going to pull the weaker oxen wherever it wants it to go, okay? And this applies to relationships as well. So for you or for me, we have values. We have things in our life that if we had to compromise on them, it would make us pretty unhappy. Like, let's just say, for example, if you were forced to, like, I don't know, slap a baby or something like that. I mean, maybe you would have a good time with that. I don't know.
That would be funny. Remember the movie The Campaign? He just fully on decks a baby.
Sheesh. I've never seen that, actually.
Oh, well.
I'm uncultured swine.
One day, maybe. No, it's okay. I forgive you. Anyway, if you want a more relatable thing to the audience, you could be like, imagine you were forced to date an OnlyFans girl. I imagine the majority of the audience would not like that.
Okay, imagine you're forced to date an OnlyFans girl. There you go. And this is like something you think is pretty lame. You're like, dude, I want my girlfriend to only be intimate with me. I don't want other guys looking at her. And this is something that would make you really sad and unfulfilled if this happened to you, right? So getting into a relationship with a person who was an OnlyFans girl would be bad for you because it would make you unhappy. And there are some people who are fine with that, like iDubbbz, for example.
Dude, iDubbbz is like totally a whole different conversation. He does not seem happy at all.
No, he doesn't. And that's kind of part of it, right? So to get into an unhappy relationship, you would kind of set your values aside and say, you know what? For the sake of this relationship, I'm going to date the OnlyFans girl and I'll just get over it. And then you're in this relationship and, you know, there's good aspects, right? Like she's really beautiful and she's funny and whatever, but you're deep down unhappy because
you get to see boobies for free every day.
You're compromising on something that you hold very valuable. Or like for me, I'm somebody who loves YouTube. I really, really enjoy doing YouTube. And let's just say my girlfriend hates YouTube. She thinks it's stupid and a waste of time. Because she feels more strong about it than I do, I'm like, oh, okay, I really love you, so I'm just gonna give up on YouTube and I'll just watch Netflix with you every night instead. At the end of the day, this is gonna destroy you because loving YouTube is something that's kind of core to who you are, but you're forcing yourself to put that thing aside because of the opinions of the person that you love or care about. So my advice to you is never allow yourself to become equally yoked. Closely examine yourself and figure out what are the things in my life that are non-negotiable to me. For me, those things would include my relationship with Jesus. I'm someone who's a believer. Number 2 would be my love and passion for making YouTube videos. That's non-negotiable. Number 3, this is a little bit on hold right now, but my love and passion for music. I'm a drummer as well. Up until very, very recently, I was active for years in a professional band that toured around the state and a little bit out of the state that I live in as well. So those things were non-negotiable. And literally day 1 of being in a relationship with my now wife, I didn't know about the YouTube stuff yet. I hadn't discovered that at that point. But at the time, I was like, okay, I am a believer, which she is as well. So I'm like, okay, that's number 1, non-negotiable. Fulfilled. Number 2, I said, okay, what I want to do with my future is I want to be a professional musician. And that's going to take work. It's going to take effort. It may take a good bit of time, you know, that I may not be able to spend with you. Will you support me in that? Will you give me your support and your trust in me that I could make this successful? And you know what she said? She said, absolutely. You have my full, complete support. Unless you decide you want to do something else, I will support you all the way. And she followed through with that to this very day. She supports my YouTube. I'm in an office space right now in our house that I wouldn't have if she didn't have the idea to be like, yo, we should put all the kids in our room so you have a separate quiet space to record. That was her idea. She still to this day gives me her complete full support, dude. And it's an amazing feeling. But I would never have experienced the joy of this awesome relationship if I would have compromised on my values. If I'd compromised on my values with another girl who thought YouTube was dumb or wasn't a believer or whatever, then I would have a far less fulfilled relationship. So yeah, it took me until I was 19 years old, I think, to have my very first girlfriend. I was either 18 or 19. Never dated in high school or anything like that. A lot of people did. So yeah, that's my experience. I'm not saying you have to like only date one person. I'm not saying you have to wait until you're older to date. I'm not saying anything like that. My only point here is that you should not compromise on your core beliefs. Figure out what it is that makes you tick, thing that you want to do for the rest of your life type of thing, and don't sacrifice that for a relationship. Find somebody who will support you in that thing. Yeah, I know that's kind of a fire hose. You got anything to say on that? Any thoughts?
It's just like, I don't know. It's just the thing where I'm like the opposite of you and everything. It's like,
yeah, no, I want to hear what you have to say. Explain.
It's like, if you're younger, you don't know fuck all about fuck all. You don't know what you believe in. You don't know why you believe fucking anything. Nobody else does either. So even if you find someone who thinks they believe in something, they could be totally wrong, and that would be the wrong relationship. But you don't know until later. So it's all scientific method. It's all fuck around to find out. And there's a lot of like social fucking destruction that goes on when you're younger as well. So people like talk shit about people for no reason, make people think other people are horrible even though they're perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all like you just explore around, try to figure out how shit works. You'll find someone you want to be with by just exploring around, seeing how shit works.
Well, the flip side of that though is, what if you have so many bad relationships that it sours your love for, or your hope for even finding a good one, you know? If you just take anything.
If you are having that many bad relationships in a row, then you know what? Statistically, you're probably looking for them.
It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. That kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, if you keep finding bad relationships, just go to a fucking therapist. Be like, why am I retarded?
That's pretty troll.
Yeah, you can't just fucking you fucking break up with someone. You go find someone. Oh my god, I like this person so much. Wait, she's exactly the same as the other person, but just looks kind of different. Fuck. No, just I don't know. Just look around, fuck around, find out. That's what I got.
Yeah, sounds good. So basically, I couldn't marry Uncle Boobs.
Yeah, because you're already fucking hooked.
I was gonna say because we're disagreeing on this topic, but
oh yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I'm so sweaty I can't think. It's so hot in here, but that's okay. It's I'm not like burnt out anymore.
That's
chilling.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, bye.